I just did this whole video and didn't hit record. Anyway, it's been a long week. It's January 6th, 2023. New year, new me. Bullshit. You're going to be the same old crappy person you were last year. I'm just kidding. If you made a resolution and you still at it 6 days later, I'm proud of you. Weak. Anyway, let me touch on this real quick. Monday night on a football field, Buffalo Bills player collapsed. And he's waking up right now. And from what I understand today, he talked to some of his players, his co-workers. And this kid is realizing how awesome human beings are. Us as human beings, we're not in a good place right now, but we could still be phenomenal. And I think human beings in general have to be human beings when it becomes necessary to become human beings, awesome human beings. So with that being said, let's make this world a lot better by just being kind. It don't cost shit to be kind. So let's do this. Continuation from last week. Somebody wanted to know about my injury, my ankle injury, but it was actually my Achilles. It was killing me for 2 years straight. I'm hard-headed. I do not like going to doctors. I think I can make pain go away by ignoring it. So for 2 years, I limped around my warehouse, limped around the ring, and hoping that this pain would go away that was in my foot, and it never did. I chalked it up to a spur that was on my heel, which it was because the doctor told me. But I let it go, and I just let it go for 2 years. So by the time I got down to it and actually went to a foot doctor to get it checked out the correct way, it was a spur, all right, but it was a spur that was on my heel, right where my Achilles attaches. So it's just eating at my Achilles. So he put me in a boot for a while, for a few weeks. I canceled all my bookings, my wrestling bookings. He put me in this boot where you pump it up and you don't feel anything when you're walking. You just, it's phenomenal. I had no pain. I went back after my few weeks checkup and, everything was fine. I had no pain. He told me, okay, resume your regular activities. Not knowing that he knew what my regular activities really was. But I cautiously got back into the ring and hit the ropes, ran a little bit, hit the treadmill. Fine. Everything was fine. So I started taking bookings again. And I took of course, Elevate Pro was running hot and heavy at that point in time. And we were in the middle of a huge storyline. It was the Billionaires Club. It was me and Nick Marcos in a big storyline with Alex Cruz and Ray Fury. And so we had a tag match in New Orleans, and that was my first match back. So I brought the boot with me thinking, just in case, I didn't think it was going to be as bad as it was, but I brought it with me just in case. So I lace up and everything, and we kind of go over the match a little bit, what we're going to do. And, Ray Fury and Alex Cruz, they flying all over the place. So I knew it was going to be kind of a pretty decent match. So we get into the match, and we get to a point in the match where Marcos and I go on the outside, and Alex and Ray's in a ring trying to get the fans up. So we trying to distract them. So we get them distracted as I'm coming in behind. I'm going to clothesline both of them as they turn around. So I get up on the apron, and I stick my right leg in. As I'm pulling my left leg in, I get my foot caught on a rope, and I stumble. Just a little stumble. That's all I did. Pow! Sounded like a gunshot went off. I went down like a ton of bricks. Okay. I got to get up. So I get up, I look up, Ray and Alex turn around. As they turn around, I haul ass across the ring, double clothesline both of them. I start punching Ray, put him in a corner, and you see me kind of, my calf muscle starting to tighten up. So I haul ass across the ring, splash Alex, and I tell Alex, dude, I'm done. He goes, what you mean you done? I said, my calf was on fire, and I think my Achilles just ruptured. He goes, no way. I said, you didn't hear that loud pop? He goes, yeah. I said, that was me. And the whole time I'm talking to him, I'm giving him the shoulder and the gut, and I'm talking to him. And he goes, what are you going to do? I said, I don't know. I hook him, I suplex him, boom, and I butt scoot all the way to the ropes, lift myself up, and I looked at Marcos, and I said, man, you may have to take this one because I think I just ruptured my Achilles. He's like, holy shit. I said, yeah. So he gets in, tag him in, he gets in, I'm standing on the apron, I'm trying to work it out as much as I can, hoping to whoever that it wasn't my Achilles, but my calf just caught on fire. So, and I'm thinking to myself, oh shit, you get that oh shit moment where you, uh-oh, what am I going to do now? I have a job. I got bills to pay. Now's the time to start thinking about that, right? Anyway, I look at him and I'm like, dude, I owe you one. I'm out. So I jumped down off the apron and I started limping towards the back. And I remember touching one of the fans on the shoulder who was in a wheelchair, and I was like, told him something. I don't know what I told him, but I touched him, trying to work my way to the back, and I get to the steps, and I start walking up the steps. I go out cold, like a light. Somehow they get me in the back behind the curtain, and by this time I'm coming to, and everybody's in my face, trying to get my mask off. My family was back there crying their eyes out because they had no clue what was happening. They just knew I was hurt. I'm coming to, and I'm soaking wet, sweating. My boot, I could just feel my boot just swollen. It's so tight. Trying to get the boot off. I get the boot off, my wrestling boot, and sure as my ankle was big, swollen already. So I told my kid, I said, here's my keys in my car. Go get my boot out the car because I brought it with me. I'm so glad I brought that with me because I would have never been able to get to the car. Put the boot on, pumped it up, was able to actually walk to the car. Got in it, left. But yeah, that was scary. I thought it was done. I thought I was done wrestling. And then I got a big, huge shout out to Junior Gillette, who used to play for the Saints, got into all kinds of trouble. But Junior Gillette, I talked to him, and he ruptured both of his. And he said, look, bro, you're going to be back. You just do some exercisings. I've heard nothing but horror stories about rupturing Achilles, that people just are not the same, and they don't come back from it. This guy came back after rupturing twice, back-to-back years. He's hits me up and he starts talking to me and kind of motivating me a little bit. And I got back under it after the surgery, laid on my ass the whole time, let it heal. Once it healed, I listened to the doctors, finally worked it out, started working out, started getting better. After, I think I was sat out for 10 months. No, 8 months. I sat out for like 8 months. Made my comeback. And what a comeback it was, because the doctor told me I would never have a calf muscle again. I've got a calf muscle. And I'm getting around fine, and I'm running, I'm jumping, I'm doing everything that I could do before. So if you got an injury, don't let anybody get in your head. You get in your head, and you getting it straight out. That's my story about my Achilles injury. It still lets me know it's there every once in a while, but that's it. Like, share, subscribe, please. Trying to get word out. Later, bitches.